اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك.
National Hajj Commission has made the necessary for your comfort.
The preparation is very good.
I'm very happy, extremely happy, because this is my first time.
And I prepare to follow the rules and regulations given to me.
اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك له. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك لبيك الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. I am Rashida Abubakar, your regular anchor. Once again, glad to have you on the program as you answer the call. In a few days' time, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, will begin the airlifting of Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia. This means that all arrangements will have been put in place by the Commission to have a hitch-free exercise. Details of the preparations being made by NAHCON and State Pilgrims Welfare Board towards the airlift operations for the 2023 Hajj will form the thrust of our Spotlight segment. Also in the program is Making the Hajj, and the discussion tonight is still on preparation for Hajj, and the topic is the type of Hajj pilgrims can decide to perform. Still in the package, we have other regular segments such as NAHCON News Diary, which highlight the activities of NAHCON and other stakeholders in the Hajj industry. The quiz segment will also come up in the course of the program. Stay with us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. As usual, we'll begin the program with the News Diary. Topping the lineup, NAHCON and Airliners sign agreements to airlift pilgrims. Keep watching.
After further deliberations, executives of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON, and that of the approved indigenous airlines have finally signed agreements for the airlifting of Nigerian pilgrims. The signing of the agreements took place on Tuesday, the 9th of May 2023 in Hajj House. The carriers that signed the agreement documents are Max Air, Air Peace, Azman Air Service, and Aero Contractors. Also at the event, Arik Airline, an association of Hajj and Umrah operators of Nigeria, have sealed a deal to airlift pilgrims traveling with tour operators. The airlines had last week refused signing the documents, citing the crisis in Sudan and the subsequent shutdown of its airspace to affect the previously agreed price. NAHCON last week signed a similar agreement with the Saudi-based airline Fly Nas. Speaking at the occasion, NAHCON chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan appreciated the airlines for considering the plight of Nigerian pilgrims when making prices for flight tickets.
Before we leave, if Allah enters their heart and the ceasefire and the airspace is open, then we don't pay addition.
In their separate remarks, Managing Director of Aero Contractor, Captain Ado Sanusi, and the Chairman of Air Peace, Chief Allen Onyema, bear their minds.
We are not looking for a profit out of it. We're just looking to cover our cost. And we did the calculation, which we presented. At that calculation, we came up with a figure of $400 per ticket because it's 4 ways. So if we're going to go 4 ways, that our calculation came to about $400 per ticket.
We care for the pilgrims. Like you said, they are very indigent members of the public. Most of them be performing this pilgrimage for the first time in their lives. A lot of them saved for this day, and they had already paid. We are very mindful of this. And asking them to bear our entire costs would be doing the unthinkable.
NAHCON has made all the necessary arrangements to kick off the airlift of Nigerian pilgrims on the 25th of this month in Abuja. Sequel to the signing of the agreement, the management of NAHCON, executives of state pilgrims welfare boards, and that of the airlines had held a series of meetings to look at how the crisis in Sudan will affect the Hajj operation and come up with solutions. At the meetings, stakeholders deliberated on issues such as the close of Sudan airspace, using of other routes, possible additional cost and distance before arriving in Saudi Arabia. NAHCON is expected to make public the final decisions reached after meeting government about the outcome of the meetings. In a related development, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) says the airlift of Nigerian pilgrims has been rescheduled to take place on the 25th of this month as against the 21st earlier announced. NAHCON Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information, Statistics and Library Sciences explains the rationale behind the change.
We felt that at the end of the day, pilgrims may have to stay for too long in Saudi Arabia. You know, we are looking at a situation where pilgrims were already going to stay in Saudi Arabia for almost 50 days. We felt there is no need. So then we now had to make an adjustment. And then because we have already told Nigerians that the inaugural flight will be on the 1st, we still have to do our advanced thing.
While reiterating the commitment of NAHCON to begin the operation on the new date, the commissioner said the inaugural flight will take place in Abuja with pilgrims from Nasarawa State. In the meantime, National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) has organized a one-day workshop on Hajj management. The workshop with the theme Training and Capacity Building for Group Leaders in Hajj will take place tomorrow at the Conference Hall of Hajj House. Saudi Deputy Minister for Hajj and Umrah, Dr. Badr Muhammad, is the lead resource person at the event. The minister, who is also in the country, was welcomed on arrival by NAHCON Chairman Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan and other top management staff of NAHCON. In other news, the chairman of the National Hajj Commission, Alhaji Zikrullah Kunle Hassan, and his immediate predecessor, Barrister Abdullahi Mukhtar, have applauded NAHCON's head of public affairs, Hajia Fatima Sanda Usara, for her book titled Nadama. They stated this at the book launch in Abuja recently, saying NAHCON encourages public enlightenment in all aspects of human endeavor.
Those of us who are members of the Hajj family are indeed happy to associate ourselves with the endeavor of our sister and friend, Fatima Sanda Usara.
So this book is timely, and I believe it will really help in so many ways, improving our literature in the local language, as well as educating us about the health issue.
Former Chief of Army Staff General Tukur Buratai, among other dignitaries, unveiled the book.
On education and health.
On her part, the author of the book, Hajia Fatima Usara, appreciated all those who graced the occasion and made the book launch possible.
Alhamdulillah. If you're just tuning in, the program is As You Answer the Call, sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) to keep you informed about the activities of the Commission and other Hajj-related matters. Subject to last-minute changes, the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) is set to begin the airlift of Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia on the 25th of this month. Preparatory to the exercise, an advance team is expected to be in Saudi Arabia on the 21st to make arrangement for the arrival of Nigerian pilgrims in the Holy Land. For details on preparation and the rescheduling of the date for the inaugural flight, stay tuned for the next segment, Spotlight. Don't go away.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
The Hajj calendar is full of activities that have to be accomplished by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria (NAHCON) in order to ensure better service delivery to pilgrims. The 2023 calendar is no different. Sheikh Suleiman Momo, is the Commissioner of Planning, Research, Information, Statistics and Library Services at NAHCON. He sheds more light.
That planning was demonstrated through the calendar of events on how we were scheduled to go to Saudi Arabia on first pre-Hajj visit and second, and then Umrah monetary issues, and then the subsequent Hajj fair declaration, and the onshore preparations as it affects areas of medicals, media, national ulama team. All of those were captured in the program of our own events. And all we are doing is that we now progressively work according to the plan and then make emergency adjustment where the need arises.
In addition to this, the Commission has a policy of executing this plan through its various ad hoc committees. And so, consistent with this, NAHCON has unveiled committees to handle different aspects of the Hajj exercise. The committees include Accommodation and Feeding Committee, Aviation and Monitoring Committee, Inspectorate and Compliance Committee, Tradudia or Transport Committee, National Reception Team, and Central Security Committee. Others are National Medical Team, National Media Team, as well as National Ulama Team.
The Security Committee was charged to be proactive rather than wait to be reactive, so that Nigerians are prevented from doing anything that is inimical to the laid down rules and principles of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So with the personnel that we have put in place, we are sure to get it right, Allah willing. Then medical committee has also been inaugurated. National medical team has also been inaugurated. The principal officers are already into action. We have screened all the personnel that are due to be taken to Saudi Arabia for medical services, and the best were selected to ensure that no Nigerians suffer any ailment.
Similarly, to get the best out of these committees, the Commission engages them in various capacity building programs.
Staff are now undergoing training in various aspects and various parts of the country. And then here in Hajj too, where they are tutoring them on some of the TT issues, what they require to do in this operation. This operation, the success of this operation is sacrosanct because it is the first time in ages, for a very long time, that we are having a full quota, not just the full quota given to us, but the full quota peopled by those who should use them. We have full number of pilgrims, up to 95,000.
Still on preparations, NAHCON has put in place measures to ensure that pilgrims have all travel documents before setting out, such as passports, yellow cards, as well as basic travel allowance, BTA. Also, the process of making visa available to pilgrims has been taken care of. So now, it is going on smoothly.
All that is required to be done to ensure that visa printing will trickle in, and then we'll have them smoothly coming as if you are counting naira. We've all done those, have all been done. We have done the necessary payment into our IBAN account. The portal, the track is now functioning, and all is set. As a matter of fact, we have given the mandate to the ICT and other staff of the visa unit to ensure that the Nasarawa visa, those that we are going to use for the inaugural flight, are printed out. So we started printing visa.
Just as NAHCON is bracing up to the 2023 Hajj, so also are state pilgrims welfare boards. Some of the executives of the boards shed more light on their activities.
The enlightenment was done last week. After that, we also started this screening, medical screening, to know the health status of each pilgrim. We have done that, and then all other things that need to be done have been done. And we, inshallah, there will be Hajj-free Hajj this year in Oyo State. We have not left anything undone.
As far as arrangements are concerned, we have really gone far in making all arrangements for the commencement of the airlift. We have gone very far in registration of our pilgrims, and we recently, about last week, commenced the second phase of the enlightenment program, in which we educate our pilgrims on how to conduct this very important activity. So currently the enlightenment program is going on around our zonal offices. We have 7 zonal offices. We launched it in the headquarters, and it's currently going on in all the other 7 zonal offices.
We are fully prepared. In fact, right now as I'm talking to you, our ICT men, they are working 24 hours. They are working 24 hours. They are not sleeping on the issue of securing of the visa. So we are fully on ground. Our accommodation over there is secured. Our preparation is full. The attire, everything, we are fully on ground.
On the other aspect of the preparations, the executives have this to say.
As far as Jigawa State is concerned, we are almost 100% ready for the airlift. Because as I'm talking to you, we have secured visa of almost 90%. And we put for the NAHCON portal, we register almost all the pilgrims. What left is for the official, and any time from now, all of them will be registered, will be in the NAHCON portal. We have secured suitcases, which will be distributed in the next 2 days. Yellow card is ready, and uniform will be distributed tomorrow, inshallah, by the grace of God.
We held a meeting with the NDLEA, and we are scheduling another meeting with all the stakeholders, hopefully next week. We've met immigration, the customs, the NDLEA, so that they will tell everybody what and what not to do, so that we will not tarnish the image of the country. So that one is coming up next week. We schedule a date, even with the airport authority.
Everything is already on course. We are fully prepared. Even if you say tomorrow, we are prepared to airlift our pilgrims to Saudi Arabia.
Another aspect of the preparation is the compilation and distribution of intending pilgrims who registered through the Hajj 7 scheme to states where they choose to travel from.
So we sorted them out according to state. So each state we send the number of the pilgrims under the Hajj 7 scheme that will go through that particular state. And alhamdulillah, what we are now concluding, we equally send message to all the pilgrims to go to the chosen states so that they can do all the documentations.
In addition to this, NAHCON has deployed its officials to the 6 geopolitical zones of the country to carry out sensitization programs. With the foregoing level of preparations, it is obvious that NAHCON and other relevant stakeholders are determined to make 2023 Hajj a huge success.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك.
MashaAllah. Coming up next is Making the Hajj. Tonight, Imam Tajuddin Oyebanji takes us through discussions on the different types of Hajj pilgrims can decide to perform. Let's hear him.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك 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 اللهم لبيك.
When proceeding on Hajj, it is important for intending pilgrims to understand the types of Hajj and select the one to perform from. What then are the types of Hajj and what differentiates one from the other?
The only difference between Qiran and Tamattu.
On Making the Hajj tonight, Imam Tajuddin Oyebanji answers these and other questions.
We have 3 types of Hajj. 3 types of Hajj. We have Hajj al-Ifrad, and we have Hajj Qiran, and we have Hajj Tamattu. Hajj al-Ifrad means the isolated Hajj. The Hajj that is isolated from any form of Umrah. While Hajj al-Qiran mean the accompanied Hajj. The Hajj that is accompanied with Umrah. While Hajj Tamattu is more very similar to that of Hajj al-Qiran in meaning and even in injunctions and practices, inshallah.
In summary, Ifrad is performing Hajj without Umrah. Qiran stands for Hajj and Umrah combined without break in Ihram, while Tamattu is Hajj and Umrah combined with break in Ihram. What differentiates Hajj Qiran from Hajj Tamattu?
The only difference between Qiran and Tamattu, the intending pilgrim will make the intention in that of Qiran. He will make the intention of performing his Hajj al-Qiran at the point of his ritual bath, and at the point of taking Ihram, he will have the intention, he will commit to his heart between him and his creator that I am presenting Hajj al-Qiran, Ya Allah, which means the state of Ihram is putting on will continue. Immediately he put on his Ihram for Hajj al-Qiran, he will perform Umrah, and he will not remove that Ihram from his body until the starting point of Hajj operation, which he will continue. The same garment he used for Umrah shall be used for the Hajj activities, the Hajj ritual.
The Islamic scholar added that,
but Tamattu, a Mutamatti will present an intention to Allah that, oh Allah, I am presenting an intention of Hajj Tamattu by putting us in his Ihram and moving to Makkah. He will perform his Tawaf and Sa'yu for Umrah. After that, either 3 days, 4 days, 5 days before Yom Tarwiyah, if he performs his Umrah, he will now remove the garment from his body. The Ihram, he is free to remove the Ihram from his body, either male or female, which he will now be free to perform everything that is not allowed for him to perform before. He is free now. Then on the 8th day of Zulhijjah, he will now perform another ritual ghusl and take another Ihram for Hajj. So the only difference is just removal of the Ihram from the body for a Mutamatti. Why somebody who is performing Qiran, a Qarin, will not remove the Ihram from his body.
Now it's time to know the winner of last week's quiz and the question for this week. Good luck.
لبيك لبيك اللهم لبيك.
Welcome to the quiz segment. The question in the last episode was, list 3 conditions to be fulfilled before an intending pilgrim embarks on Hajj. The correct answer is, must be a Muslim, matured, having the means to go for Hajj. The winner is Kafayat Sani Abiola from Ogun State. She provided the answer ahead of others. Kafayat Sani Abiola will be contacted on how NAHCON will reach her with the prize she won. Our quiz winner will get 25,000 Naira cash prize. This is part of NAHCON's effort in social investment in Nigeria. Now to the quiz for this week, and the question is, mention 3 types of Hajj pilgrims can decide to perform. Again, mention 3 types of Hajj pilgrims can decide to perform. Text your answer to the number showing on your screen. The winner will be the first person whose correct answer is received. All answers should carry the name and location of sender. Good luck and happy viewing.
Once again, good luck to you. Up next are your messages. Abubakar from Ilorin, Kwara State sends in the first message. It says, I appreciate NAHCON for the preparation done so far on 2023 Hajj operation. Your program as you answer the call is very interesting and educative. Thank you. Muhammad Umar from Jeba, Niger State sends in the second message. It contains this prayer. May Allah reward the efforts of the entire NAHCON management and its staff, particularly the chairman of the commission, Alhaji Zikrullah Kule Hassan. This is where we draw the curtain on today's program. See you same time next week with another edition of the program. But before we go, remember that you can send your messages, comments, observations, and questions through our mobile phone number and other social media platforms. Thanks for watching. Ma'assalam.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا